Genesis 10 through 12. Now this is the history of the generations of the sons of Noah, and of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Sons were born to them after the flood. The sons of Japheth were Gomer, Magog, Maddah, Javan, Tubal, Mashish, and Tiras. The sons of Gomer were Ashkenaz, Rapheth, and Togarmah. The sons of Javan were Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, and Dadanim. Of these were the islands of the nations divided in their lands, everyone after his language, after their families, in their nations. The sons of Ham were Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. The sons of Cush were Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Ramah, and Sebtekah. The sons of Ramah were Sheba and Dedan. Cush became the father of Nimrod. He became to be the mighty one on the earth. He was a mighty hunter before Yahweh. Therefore it is said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before Yahweh. The beginning of his kingdom was Babel, Erech, Akkad, and Kelna, in the land of Shinar. Out of that land he went into Assyria, and built Nineveh, Rehoboth, Ir, Calah, and Resen, between Nineveh and the great city Calah. Mizraim became the father of Ludim, Anamim, Lahabim, Nephtihim, Pathrusim, Caslulam, from which the Philistines came, and Caphtrim. Canaan became the father of Siddim, his firstborn, Heth, the Jebusites, the Amorites, the Girgashites, the Hivites, the Arkites, the Sinites, the Arvadites, the Zemarites, and the Hamathorites. Afterward the families of the Canaanites were spread abroad. The border of the Canaanites was from Sidon, as you go toward Gerar, to Giza, as you go toward Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, and Zebium, to Lasha. These are the sons of Ham after their families according to their languages, in their lands and their nations. Children were also born to Shem, the elder brother of Japheth, the father of all the children of Eber. The sons of Shem were Elam, Ashur, Arpachshad, Lud, and Aram. The sons of Aram were Uz, Hul, Gethel, and Mash. Arpachshad became the father of Shelah. Shelah became the father of Eber. To Eber was born two sons. The name of one was Peleg, and for in his days the earth was divided. His brother's name was Joktan. Joktan became the father of Elmadad, Sheleph, Hazarmaveth, Jerah, Hadoram, Uzel, Diklah, Obel, Abimael, Sheba, Orpha, Havilah, and Jabab. All these were the sons of Joktan. Their dwelling extended from Misha, as you go toward Sephar, the mountain of the east. These are the sons of Shem, by their families according to their languages, lands, and nations. These are the families of the sons of Noah, by their generation, according to their nations, the nations divided from these in the earth after the flood. The whole earth was one language and of one speech. As they traveled from the east, they found plain and land of Shinar, and they lived there. They said to one another, "Come, let us make bricks and burn them thoroughly." They had brick for stone, and they used tar for mortar. They said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower whose top reaches to heaven, and let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered abroad on the surface of the whole earth." And Yahweh came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men built. Yahweh said, "Behold, they are one people, they are all one language, and this is what they begin to do? Now nothing will be withheld from them which they intend to do. Come, Let us go down, and there confuse their language. That they may not understand one another's speech. So Yahweh scattered them abroad from there on the surface of the earth. They stopped building the city, therefore its name was called Babel. Therefore Yahweh confused the language of all the earth. From there Yahweh scattered them abroad on the surface of the earth. This is the history of the generations of Shem. Shem was 100 years old when he became the father of Arpachshad, 2 years after the flood. Shem lived 500 years after he became the father of Arpachshad and became the father of more sons and daughters. Arpachshad lived 35 years and became the father of Shelah. Arpachshad lived 403 years after he became the father of Shelah and became the father of more sons and daughters. Shelah lived 30 years and became the father of Eber. Shelah lived 403 years after he became the father of Eber and became the father of more sons and daughters. Eber lived 34 years and became the father of Peleg. Eber lived 430 years after he became the father of Peleg and became the father of more sons and daughters. Peleg lived 30 years and became the father of Reu. Peleg lived 209 years after he became the father of Reu and became the father of more sons and daughters. Reu lived 32 years and became the father of Serug. Reu lived 207 years after he became the father of Serug and became the father of more sons and daughters. Serug lived 30 years and became the father of Nahor. Serug lived 200 years after he became the father of Nohar and became the father of more sons and daughters. Nohar lived 29 years and became the father of Terah. Nohar lived 119 years after he became the father of Terah and became the father of more sons and daughters. Terah lived 70 years and became the father of Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Now this is the history of the generations of Terah. Terah became the father of Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Haran became the father of Lot. Haran died in the land of his birth, in Ur-Kasdim. While his father Terah was still alive, Abram and Nahor married wives. The name of Abram's wife was Sarah, and the name of Nahor's wife was Milcah. The daughter of Haran, who was also the father of Iscah, Sarah, was barren. She had no child. Terah took Abram, his son, Lot the son of Haran, his son's son, and Sarah, his daughter-in-law, his son Abram's wife, and they went from Ur-Kasdim to go into the land of Canaan. They came to Haran and lived there. The days of Terah were 205 years. Terah died in Haran. Now Yahweh said to Abram, "Leave your country and your relatives and your father's house, and go to the land that I will show you. I will make a great nation. I will make you a great nation. I will bless you. I will make your name great. You will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse him who treats you with contempt. All the families of the earth will be blessed through you." So Abram went as Yahweh had told him, and Lot went with him. Abram was 75 years old when he departed from Haran. Abram took Sarah, his wife, Lot, his brother's son, and their possessions that they had gathered, and the people whom they had acquired in Haran. And they went to go into the land of Canaan. They entered into the land of Canaan. Abram passed through the land to the place of Shechem, to the oak of Moreh. At that time Canaanites were in the land. Then Yahweh appeared to Abram and said, "I will give this land to your seed." He built an altar there to Yahweh, who had appeared to him, and he left him from there to go to the mountains of the east of Bethel, and pitched his tent, having Bethel on the west and Ai on the east. There he built an altar to Yahweh, and called upon the name of Yahweh. And Abram traveled, still going toward the south. Now there was famine in the land. Abram went down into Egypt to live as a foreigner there, for the famine was severe in the land. When he had come near to enter Egypt, he said to Sarah, his wife, See how I know that you are a beautiful woman to look at. It will happen, when the Egyptians see you, that they will say, 'This is his wife.' They will kill me, but they will save you alive. Please say that you are my sister, that it may be well with you for my sake, and that my soul may live because of you." When Abram came into Egypt, Egyptians saw that the woman was very beautiful. The princes of Pharaoh saw her and praised her to Pharaoh. And the woman was taken into Pharaoh's house, and he dealt well with Abram for her sake. He had sheep, cattle, male donkeys, male servants, female donkeys, and camels. But Yahweh afflicted Pharaoh and his house with great plagues, because Sarah, Abram's wife. Pharaoh called Abram and said, "What is this that you have done to me? Why did you not tell me that she was your wife? Why did you say, 'She is my sister,' so that I took her to be my wife? Now then, see your wife, take her, and go." And Pharaoh commanded men concerning him, and they escorted him away with his wife and all that he had.